I just got in this. This is the Republic Commando Boss RC 1138 replica helmet by Jazwares, and it only cost, get this, $79.99. That makes this Star Wars helmet the cheapest Star Wars helmet that I have ever seen. But the real question is it actually worth it? And how does it stack up when you compare it to the helmets from Hasbro and Disney? Let's find out. So the Republic Commando helmet is one that I've been dying to add to the collection. It's one of my favorite Star Wars video games, and it's just not a helmet that you see get made by Hasbro or Disney. So when I saw this available at Gamestop, and for only $79.99, I was like, oh, well, I have to see this thing in person. So I ordered it right away. Like, get this thing out of the box. Oh, I see, you gotta flip it on its side right here. There's another sticker hidden down here at the bottom. Not really hidden, just you gotta open your eyes. Okay. So it's clamshelled in this. There we go. Wow, it's very, very light. All right, this is extremely light. Yeah, very, very light. And it's got a lot of dents and dings carved into the plastic. And the striping also is like carved in. Very interesting. Doesn't appear to be any light up features. There's just this like light blue visor to give you the impression that there's a light up coming from it. So that's something that you would have to add. And then there's this straps on the inside that you can see to tighten around your head depending on the size of your head. So there's some adjustment, so that's cool. The plastic feels very, very soft, and yeah, I don't know about this one. Come on in, let me show you what this thing looks like. So here's a close-up look at the helmet. You can see they got the overall shape down, which is nice. I like that, you know. And there's the back. It's got decent details, but the thing that really like bugs me is the stripes. I mean, the colors are nice and it's picking up very well. You can see it's very vibrant, but I don't understand the idea to have the stripes. They're like molded onto the helmet, so it's not like it's painted on. It's like it's like a gel that's on top of it that is now hardened and become the striping for Boss's helmet. I would have much preferred this to be painting that was then maybe weathered. This is all very much sculpted in there. So yeah, I don't dig that too much. And the same thing happens on the back. So the helmet just looks very battered and beaten rather than weathered. One of the iconic features of the Republic Commando helmets are the light up lenses. That's like the big thing about it, and what really drew me to them when I was first playing the video game, and why I've been a fan of them for so long. I mean, I own 2 of the Hot Toys figures already, and I'm about to buy 2 more to make up the team. So it would be kind of neat to have these light up, and you can actually do that. I think you can add in some LED lights that then, you know, light up the lenses, but you know, that would add to the cost. But the real big thing I think that I don't like about it is the striping. That really bugs me, because, you know, when I saw it in the pictures on their site and you see all of the weathering and dings and dents and stuff that's going on in it, you know, I'm thinking to myself, well, you know, I could just repaint it, you know, and then make it look the way it's supposed to look. But with it being molded like this, and then all of the melted areas that they put in here, you know, all this melting that they made it look like, you know, it means that this can only be Boss's helmet. So you wouldn't be able to, like, you know, maybe clean it all up and then paint on, you know, one of the other troopers, like Scorch possibly, if you wanted to go with that look. You just wouldn't be able to get it with this one. So yeah, I'm kind of disappointed with that, you know. I mean, it would have been kind of cool to possibly buy like 4 of these and then, you know, get them all painted in the way that they're supposed to be. And they may continue the line and come out with more of them, so it's possible that they may make Fixer, Sev, and Scorch as well, and then you could just have them all lined up. But with all of the damage and dents in the helmet and everything, it looks like a battered helmet instead of a weathered helmet. That's, you know, my main take from this. But let's try it on and see how this thing fits. So it looks like it's already strapped in. Let me get my glasses off. And we'll put put this on and see how this feels. Yeah, so that's how it sits on me. It looks like it sits very high. Yeah, I mean, I could see out of the lens perfectly, which is cool. But I mean, it doesn't sit, I feel, low enough. Maybe I can make some adjustments to make it look better. I do have a very good visual though. I can see really clear out of this, you know, versus like say out of my Hasbro helmets where it seems to be a little darker. But yeah, this is how it looks. All right, that test is over. Let's go get a Hasbro helmet and a Disney helmet, and I'll show you why those I think are a lot better for the money. All right, so here's what I got. And I know it's not apples to apples, more like apples to oranges to bananas maybe. But, you know, this will give you an overall idea of what you're getting for your money, all right? So this is a Disney helmet. This one here is about $119, and I think that's about the average price for a Disney Clone Trooper helmet. Disney tends to make mostly just Clone Troopers. They do have some other ones, but, you know, primarily this is what you're gonna get. Hasbro has the widest selection of different helmets available. This one here is the one from The Mandalorian, one of my favorite helmets that they came out with, but the Bo-Katan helmet was really nice as well, and they have a good selection of Clone Troopers also. Their helmets tend to range in the price of $99, upwards of maybe $120, around that range. This one here is sold out. When it first came out, it was $99, and it comes with a light up feature. And you know, now I think they've got it marked up for like $150 on Amazon. So if you wanted to get one of these, that's what you're going to be spending. But I just recently got the Commander Cody helmet, which if you want to see a review on that one, I'll make sure I'll leave a link for you guys. That one was $99, and that was a fantastic helmet for $99. Okay. Then you have the Jazwares helmet over here for $79.99. Now, I don't want to make this a big bash about Jazwares. I own the Darth Vader costume. And I feel like the Darth Vader helmet that Jazwares makes is fantastic. They did a great job with that one. But I think that leans more into the lines of the original costumes that were made for the trilogy. So that kind of works that way. But in this case, we're talking about something that's supposed to look like a replica costume helmet, right? And these all kind of fit the bill for that. Okay, so let's start off with Disney, right? So Disney has a really good selection of Clone Trooper helmets. I like that these are painted. The striping is painted. They make the 212th. They also have the 187th. And, you know, they also have the Commander Gree helmet if you manage to get your hands on that one. Putting them on is separating them like this. And then on the inside, you can see that it's got a black textured inside. Not too much going on the interior with this one, but it does come with padding so that it allows you to secure it on your head very well. And this fits extremely well with the padding. It doesn't really like wobble on you when you're wearing it. Also, it has some voice changing abilities. So there's a battery in here, and it'll replicate your voice to sound like static, you know, like it comes out with through a speaker. So that's what you get with this one. But what I really love about these is the size of their helmets, and I love that they're painted. Because if you ever wanted to take and repaint this and do something different with it, you could, you know, so you can make this, you know, custom the way that you want to. So that's the 212th. Now you have this Mandalorian helmet. This is Hasbro, and Hasbro has been doing this for a minute, and they do a really good job on their helmets as well. Each one of them has different features. This one came with the little light up light that Mando wears sometimes in the TV show. So you have that. It's not to say that it's perfect. You know, there's some markings on the back and everything, you know, so it's not like perfectly done. But one thing I really love about all of the Hasbro helmets is they texture and detail the inside of the helmets. So you can see there's padding in here, but it all looks like it's supposed to be like in movie or in TV show or in universe is what I mean to say. And you get these really cool effects, which I like, you know. So when you pop open and look at the inside of the helmet, you're like, wow, they went that far to make this all look functional, right? And the helmet fits really good. I've used this for costuming, you know, when I went around on Halloween and didn't have to worry about messing up my my more expensive helmet. So, and it looks really good. So they do a great job. And again, they bring this over into their Clone Troopers as well, you know. So like the Commander Cody had voice changing abilities on that one as well, and fully lined on the inside with all kinds of details, you know, just like how this helmet is. So $119, $99 roughly for a Hasbro helmet. And then you have $79. The plastic on this one is much cheaper than you get on the Hasbro, right? This is some strong stuff. It's very heavy. When you hold this in your hands, it feels weighty. Same thing with the Disney. The Disney one's got a lot of weight to it. So, you know, it's something that when you have in your hands, you feel like you paid for some quality right there, right? This feels like it came out of Party City's costume area. You know, the plastic is very light, very cheap. You don't have any light up features or details on this one. And, you know, I could forgive it for that because it's $79.99. But at the end of the day, it's like, you know, if you want to take and say, modify this for your own costume, you can't, you know, because it's got all of this, you know, weathering and texture and beat up dents and stuff and this melted stripe going on the top. I mean, if you wanted to take and modify this to work with a costume, you would have to put in some serious work, you know, into this thing and probably spend a good $70 on the bottom just to bring this thing up to a level where it comes close to what you get with Hasbro at that point, right? Or even with a cosplay helmet. So you just end up having to spend a lot more money to make this look right, in my opinion. So yeah, guys, I gotta say, this is probably going back to GameStop. I'm just not really happy with the look. It wasn't what I expected. But that's my thoughts on it. I would not recommend buying this one at $79.99. I'd probably wait for a sale. This is probably more of like a $39 helmet. Then I think I would be okay with it and just put it on my wall and not bother modifying it at all. But that's my opinion on it. Let me know what you guys think about this one in the comments below. And until next time, may the force be with you.